Yes, we are doing, and thank you very much for looking at this session. Today we're going to speak about microgigs. Today we're going to look at Sproutgigs and how to tackle the tasks and generally looking at how the platform is, what to look for, what to expect. And also this video, I hope itasaidia wale wase when I've been getting some type of questions, especially juu ya jobs, in terms of work rate, what you can do versus what you can't do. So I hope all those questions itakuwa answered in this video. So what to expect when you do micro jobs ama micro tasks? Micro tasks, as the name suggests, ni kazi ndogo ndogo tu. So don't expect to earn a huge living out of it. The advantage of doing micro jobs is that during your spare time, instead of you doing something else, you can quickly log into your account. There's some people who require some services from you, and the services are from liking their social media accounts, watching their YouTube videos, whether it's signing up for a service using their referral link, etc. Such kind of work is what you should expect to do when you are doing micro jobs or micro tasks. So whether it's with Sproutgigs or micro workers. So if you're not, a lot of the information that you'll be required to give will itakuwa your personal information. You'll lose a lot of your personal information. You'll lose a lot of your personal emails in order for you to sign up for such services and complete tasks that the employer wants. If they don't require your personal services, it's personal details, it's something that they ask. But if not, generally a lot of it will deal with that, whether it's downloading mobile applications and etc. Writing articles, such kind. So understanding micro jobs. Employers expect us to use our personal details. That's the heart of what we are doing as micro workers or micro taskers. We are helping other individuals around the world gain some traffic, whether it's through their link and extra liking their Facebook page, posting their work on Twitter. You'll get rewarded for doing such tasks. Not all jobs are doable. This is something that might come as a shocker to you, but not every employer in that platform is willing to pay you. That's why there are certain things that also the website has put in place for you to understand who you're working for and what are the chances of you getting paid by this individual. So what happens most of the time is even employers are rated by the website. It's not only us as workers, also the employers. If they give work and they consistently pay their worker, their account also reflects it and they are rewarded for it. And there's a certain way that you can look at. This employer has a success rate of paying this amount of people, and you can know the huo employer mwenye ata amezoea kulipana na ule mwenye hajazoea kulipana juu they are new in the platform. So also taking jobs in consideration with such, it will go a long way in terms of you having a productive time with such a platform. And so not all jobs are doable. Keep in note, if it's not doable, just report the work, leave that task and head on to another one. From my experience, nimeona especially hizi jobs wanaekanga do mob $5 nini nini. A lot of it's tasks that you can't complete, but they put it there for you, for it to attract you For you, you are seeing it's a no-brainer. If I do this one task, I'll be able to get this amount of dollars instead of. So utashinda hapo ukiwa na stress, unapiga hiyo kitu au upati hiyo kitu employer anataka juu. At the end of the day you must submit some proof that you've done the work according na kitu employer anataka. So if you are not able to do that, then you won't get paid. And there's some employers, that's the intention yake ni kupatiana a task that they clearly know you cannot accomplish it, because that employer is being paid through clickbaits. So the more you click on their content trying to look for something that they've told you is there and it's not, the more money they're getting on their side. So as soon as you find out that, toka tu kwa hiyo task, report it, then do another one. Consistency is one thing that I think will mess a lot of people while doing hizi kazi. If you're not consistent enough, hata kama umefikisha withdrawal limit and you're not consistent in doing those tasks, then utakuwa umewafanyia tu kazi ya bure. That's why we must look at doing this kind of work systematically, since it's something that we cannot pay our monthly bills with. Inaweza leta tu kitu kiasi. At the end of the day, we must look at how we can utilize our time well. Ndio, you might spare an hour or two doing like 5-10 tasks per day, and if you do that consistently for a month or two, then the payout that you get will be worthwhile than trying to go kwenda all in kwa hizi majob, ati unataka kufanya hii daily, unafanya hizi matask nini ndio at the end of the week ati upate kitu. That sort of mentality itakuwa stressful when it comes to this kind of jobs juu you're highly depending on this job to secure your personal needs, and the truth of the matter is it won't do that. It will supplement it, but it won't get rid of all your financial stress. You can do that by signing up to more platforms that have remote work, and together unaweza ziunganisha tu ndio at the end of the month you might get something a bit more. So that's the general mindset unafaa kuwa nayo when it comes to doing such kind of work. So there are some certain tasks that you must avoid. The first task is surveys or anything that has spin the wheel, nini. Hizo tasks, they're clickbaits. And from my experience, I've never even accomplished even one task. They watakuonyesha they pay highly, but in reality, hiyo task hauwezi ifanya juu the employer, that's the intention. Not everyone has good intentions in terms of the work they're giving over here. So there's some that benefit from clickbait, and they can't benefit from clickbait if at the end of the day utaenda ufanye task na upate hiyo kitu. Usipopata, the more clicks you give their content, and the more clicks, the more they get paid. So ukipatana na surveys, spins, ati offer, achana nazo. It will just waste your time, utakuwa stressed, and anything to do again with the Gmail registration, I don't do them personally. Wewe ukitaka kufanya we fanya, but personally me I don't do them due. In order for you to register a Gmail, you need your phone number. And you'll find a lot of tasks people are telling you, create for me a Gmail account, then send me the details, send me the email and send me the password. That's something that I can't do because I'll give out a lot of my personal information to employers. I'm not really sure what they're going to do with that email. For security purposes, I don't do that at all. Also, anything else that the employer tells you, sign up for this service, they might require your card, but they won't charge anything. I don't do because ye na deal na my personal bank account. So I'm not comfortable enough for me to sign up for a service online and also give my personal bank account in it. So that's generally me, but ukiona unaweza patiana, we jaribu tu, ukikula pesa si mimi bro, ni wewe. So the best practices that I believe you should have when it comes to micro tasks or micro job platforms is report incomplete jobs. If that job hauwezi imaliza na umeona tu clearly as in hii job haimalizike, report it. It will help the owners of such a platform to regulate the kind of work that they get. Juu hadi hao hazijuangi zote. The only thing they connect an employer and a worker, and they just facilitate as the middleman car payment. But in terms of specifics of what that task is about, they don't get involved in that side. So you reporting a task that is impossible to finish will help this platform when it comes to recognizing such kind of jobs and reducing it from the side also. Complete one task at a time. It is especially when you start off, utapata there are a lot of that you want to do a lot of tasks. It's good. It's if you can, you go ahead, but opening one task at a time, it create the discipline in you for you to complete one task to its fullness, and after that unaisubmit, close it, open another one. Otherwise kufungua a lot of jobs on the side tabs nini. Also from their system, that's something they can recognize, and they'll use it to rate the way you open tasks and the way you complete it. So it will affect your success rate ikikuja kwa hizo jobs. So open one task, complete it, submit. If not, open it. If it can't be completed, report it and close it. Read instructions carefully and complete them as per client's requirements. Make sure umesoma hizo tasks vizuri. A lot of people wananicontact wananiambia, hizi task ni refu nini. As in, what do you expect? Surely, as in, unataka kulipwa lakini hutaki kusoma instructions. It can't go like that. If it's something that you're seeing, it's a bit stressful, it's a bit long for you, then there are other tasks online there are other jobs online that you can apply for that don't require such kind of commitment. So there's no shortcut in this one. Lazima usome hizo instructions, lazima ufuate vile yeye anataka. At the end of the day, it's them who are paying you, and if you don't follow the instructions to the letter, well, wewe ndo utaumia tu. You'll spend a lot of time. Hizi jobs hazilipi fiti, tena on top of it utaki kusoma instructions. Unaumia tu. Enda utafute tu kitu ingine ufanye if this is not working for you, but usiforce ati you ifanye wewe ndo utaumia tu. So yeah, that's some of the practices that I'd advise. What you need to get paid. This is also something else. Before, I think I've talked about it. And when it comes to payment now, I need you to take a different approach when it comes to these tasks. First of all, when you do a task, the employer won't pay you immediately. There's something called TTR, time to rate. That's the time an employer tells you that they'll take this amount of time for them to approve your work. TTR can sometimes go from as much as 1 day to 7 days, even 2 weeks. So if you are, for example, if today is on Tuesday, I do a task today, and the employer said their TTR is 7 days. So I'll give them until next Tuesday for them to approve my work. A lot of people are asking me, how much do you make per week? It's not realistic for you to look at such a platform and earning it per week. If you have advanced your account to a certain level where you're getting a lot of jobs and high-paying jobs, then you can look at that time. When you're starting off, completely remove the idea of getting paid weekly, because it will take a week for you to be approved, for your work to be approved and paid. Second of all, you must reach the withdrawal limit that this platform has. When it comes to Sproutgigs, the withdrawal limit is $5 plus transaction fees when it comes to you being paid through PayPal or bank. So it's relatively around $6, but you must achieve that target first in order for you to withdraw successfully. And on top of that, your account must be verified. The KYC approval. If you don't have KYC approval on your account, you'll have to wait until you get it after you've submitted your ID details, your addresses, nini. They take quite a while to approve or to verify accounts. It can even take a month. So it's not realistic for you to get into this platform this week, do all that work, then expect to be paid next week. Hii ni kitu yenye you must create discipline of doing a certain number of tasks for a certain period of time, so that hiyo time ikifika, then you can withdraw. Also another thing, the platform has communicated about payment. From the day you click that withdraw button to the day that money reaches your account, they take 10 days. 10 days, that's like 2 weeks if you consider five business days. You see, so it's not realistic for you to look at, it's not realistic for you to get that platform today and they also expect to be paid next week. So you have to wait for the KYC approval. You have to reach the limit. You also have to maintain a success rate of above 75% for at least 50 days. So if you put that all together, that's when you can get successful payment. That's something that I believe a lot of people don't know, but it's in the terms and conditions. But unajua hatupendangi kusoma terms and conditions. So yeah, when it comes to bank versus PayPal, from my experience, I'd prefer bank because it's straightforward. The same name you have on your ID is the same name that you have on your bank account, and this is the same name that you have registered your account with. So for them to approve that this is your bank account, it's so easy. But when it comes to PayPal, this platform cannot verify that this PayPal is yours, even if it has your name. That's not what they do. So in order for them to approve it, they might take certain measures for them to make sure that this account that you want us to pay you with is yours and is yours alone. They try and reduce fraud, selling accounts and such kind. So they must make sure that where you're getting paid is yours personally. So that's why it's a bit strict. But once you can approve your side of PayPal things, then as per their requirements, then payment with that account you will become easier. It's not, I'm saying for the first time. It's yes, it's good to be paid with PayPal, but I'm saying the first time for you to get that payment, it may be a bit hectic because there's all that approval they need to make sure that they have from their side. Developing a productive mindset when it comes to microjobs. I have touched a bit on it, so don't get into this kind of work. Looking at if I get in today, next week najua nitakakuwa na kakitu, hapana. This is something that you must build consistency for a period of time. Upandisha account yako ipate kakitu nini, then eventually utaweza tu kuzi withdraw after meet all the requirements that they have. They have a lot of requirements. They have, yes. Na hakuna place when it comes to online work ni rahisi. Yes, wanalipa kidogo, na also kabla ulipe, they have a lot of tedious processes for them to make sure that you are getting paid. So hakuna kitu yote ni rahisi. Kaa unaona kuvumilia kwa hii ni ngumu. I totally understand situation. Everyone has different situations, but it's good for you to have that sort of information, ndio ujue what to expect. Ndo uone can you manage yourself with you doing these tasks na nini. So yes, doing a certain number of tasks per day consistently and successfully. Make sure as in a lot of clients don't disapprove your work. Make sure unasoma instructions zao vizuri, follow it to the letter. Ukikosa achana na hiyo task, as in even you trying to get help in terms of accomplishing that task is even wasting more time than you trying to find another task that you can do and submit haraka haraka. So stressing on one task just because it pays a bit more than hizo zingine is actually even more stressful than combining a few that zinalipa kidogo kidogo ndio ukwe na nini. That's why I've put a point hapo ya haba na haba hujaza kibaba, au sio? And this is microjobs are not a full-time job. They supplement whatever that ile do unapata kwingine, then unaweza supplement uongeze na kitu hapa. But if you're looking to do it as something full-time, pole brother, as in sijui nitakusaidia aje. It's not full-time. Look for something else that can. Transcription is way better in terms of full-time than microjobs. Juu kuna place utafika tu upate umefanya tasks mob na you can't redo them again. Unacheki. So those are some of the things that you must keep into consideration when having this mindset of doing such kind of jobs. And I think from that, that's just a basic rundown of doing microjobs or microtasks. Vile unaichagua tu kunini. I think in the next video, we'll look at one task. We'll look at what a client is saying, how we do the task, and how we submit it, and etc. etc. One thing you should keep note of is even though I'll show you how to do one task, it won't show you how to do all the other tasks. Every employer has different requirements that they want and different instructions that they want followed in order for them to feel satisfied that you have done their work. So, tutaifanya tu ndo get a rough picture of what is expected. Things like screenshots, nini, vitu basic too. And yeah, I think from that, thank you very much for looking at this content. And for those who are still interested, tupatane kwa hiyo video ingine, au sio? Thank you very much. This is Remote Expert. Peace.